Hello students, welcome to week 7 for COM308 Interpersonal Communication. This week we're looking primarily at relationship dynamics and what that means and the role of relationships within interpersonal interactions. If you look at the week 7 agenda, we're reading through two chapters, chapter 12 and 13 this week. They both deal with relationship dynamics. 13 looks at it in a more deeper perspective, looking at intimacy and closeness and the loss of closeness within relationships. We also are watching two TED Talks about how we can feel connected but alone and how the internet may aid in these relationship dynamics. Your critical assignment is due this week, so keep that in mind. That is a huge assignment that involves some new procedures on how to submit that I will go over. You have discussion board number 7 due on Friday, as well as an interpersonal observation report due on Sunday. Discussion board number 7 asks you to choose one of the 4 interactions listed below and create a dialogue that you will post to the discussion board, accounting for verbal and nonverbal messages, to look at how interactions may be affected by relationship dynamics. So there's a lot of information on this slide. Really what it's doing is just telling you to pick one of the 4 interactions listed and then create a dialogue to look at realistic dialectical tensions and things of that nature that may ensue and affect relationship dynamics. Interpersonal observation report number 3 is the same as the other two. You just need to take some time to observe some type of interaction in a very public setting that's different than the other ones and complete items 1 through 3 no later than Sunday. The critical assignment involves a film analysis. It's due this week. You've already identified the film you'll be watching a couple weeks ago, so you need to watch it and then write the review and complete the assignment instructions based off the prompts provided in the PDF on Blackboard no later than Sunday. It's important to know though, as of now, going forward in all online classes you take in your program, Gen Ed or not, will have new submission requirements for the critical assignment. So I've attached them a PDF in Blackboard that shows you step-by-step visually how to submit the assignment. What we're utilizing now as a university is an application called TaskStream. Excuse me. It's a third-party site that is utilized through Blackboard. It'll help us more accurately assess and determine the effectiveness of the critical assignment from a programmatic perspective. So it's really for more of an administrative perspective, but you're going to be submitting your assignment there from now on for all critical assignments, especially within your major for communication studies or whatever online major you've chosen, if this isn't it. So the assignments, really, you need to look for a link on Blackboard that says submit critical assignment here. It's an item. You'll click on the critical assignment to open the item. You're going to agree to the TaskStream user agreement only for the first time, and it's going to take you to a third-party site within Blackboard. You're going to click on the link for our course that says critical assignment link. In addition, you're going to click work, and you're going to select attachments and attach it as an attachment. You cannot attach it in any other way or it will not be graded. So you must attach it as a Word document. So docx, .rtf, .pdf, any of those things that must be submitted as an attachment. You'll upload it from your computer or drag the document directly into the box and click Add Files, Upload and Close. You'll need to save, click Save and Return, and then click Submit Work. If you do, there is potential for confusion because you can upload your assignment to the site, but it will not get to me if you do not submit work. Save, return, and submit work. So please do not wait till the last hour to get this in. Waiting till 10, 11 o'clock at night on Sunday is not going to help you if you have an issue with submitting your critical assignment. I will be available for the most part next Sunday to answer emails as they come through if you have issues with submitting your critical assignment. However, it's important to know that you need to get started on this early because life happens. As professors, we're not required to communicate on the weekends, but I'm going to make myself available for that. So I will do my best to be as efficient as I can in that sense, but you do not want to wait around to submit this. So the critical assignment has changed with submissions. It's really important that you understand that and you work on getting that in because late work is not accepted. As we look at interpersonal communication a little more deeply, we're going to look at fundamental interpersonal relations orientation theory this week. It's a big word shortened to a small acronym called FIRO. FIRO is used a lot like the Myers-Briggs assessment. There's an assessment related to FIRO that helps you understand some fundamental interpersonal relationship outcomes people desire. So this theory really functions around the idea that it's three-dimensionally looks at interpersonal behavior by highlighting specific needs: a need for inclusion, a need for control, a need for affection. And this is within a relationship perspective. So we are saying that interpersonal behavioral needs are met for inclusion, control, and affection within our relationships with others. And how those three basic interpersonal needs are satisfied through relationships determines how effective or efficient the relationship may be to us. So if you look at the graphic, you'll see that we have expressed behavior, wanted behavior. Expressed behavior says I make efforts to fill in the blanks, or I want other people to is the wanted behavior. All of our interpersonal behavioral needs and relationships fall under this idea of inclusion, control, or affection. In the graphic, you can see there that inclusion deals with the idea that you make efforts to include other people in your activities, or you want people to include you, and you have this desire for some type of social inclusion within a relationship. Control means that you're trying to control, influence things in some ways, or you want others to influence or control you in some way. Affection means you make efforts to become close to people and express your feelings freely, or you want others to express their feelings to you. So you can see these opposite ends of the pendulum. What happens is we all fall into these categories to some degree in this if we look at it as like a line graph or something in some way. Some of us may be for more towards expressed behaviors of affection, less towards wanted behaviors of affection, more towards wanted behaviors of control, less towards expressed behaviors of control, and so on and so forth. So it looks at our needs, our interpersonal needs and relationships from a different perspective. It categorizes it all into three specific areas and looks at it as an expressed need or a wanted need. This is really important to understanding relationship dynamics because these needs can change from various different ways. So you'll fit yourself into one box. You'll be more towards inclusion wanted and more towards express control, depending on where you fit within any given category. And there's an extensive test sometimes employers or psychiatrists and things like that will give to see what your FIRO needs are in any given situation to help understand your interpersonal needs better. And it's really fascinating if you think about it from that perspective. The next thing we're going to look at is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and this may not be new to you. Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory is a 5-level pyramid of human needs to reach self-efficacy, but really what ends up happening is we find that this is very interdisciplinary. There's a lot of behavioral, psychological, educational, social, cultural, theoretical components that fit into the hierarchy of needs, as well as communication. And interpersonal communication in that sense fits directly within Maslow's ideas. We can't have our needs met if we don't have interpersonal interaction or utilize communication with others to help us meet our needs at each need level, which is a handful. So really, we can't move past the physiopsychological level of breathing, food, water, sleep, things of that nature without having communication. If we can't communicate our needs for breathing and water and sleep and housing and things like that, we can't move into safety. We can't feel a sense of safety or security of our body, employment, resources, and morality without some form of communication. Love and belonging and the esteem levels are fundamental in interpersonal behaviors and interactions. We can't move past those levels unless we have efficient and well-developed communication, utilizing and meeting all the needs of our FIRO scores to move past it and come to this idea of self-actualization or efficacy, meaning that we can problem solve, lack prejudice, accept facts, have spontaneity, creativity, and morality. It's really important to understand the role of communication within Maslow's needs. Really what it looks at is we look at our both basic needs and near the base our higher order needs in order to meet some of those needs within communication. So if we look at it from a relational perspective, communication with others helps us meet our needs at each level. We can move on from each level based off of communication with others. If we are fortunate to find another who cares for us enough in realizing and pursuing our full potential, it's easy for us to get to the highest level of self-actualization. Sometimes the interpersonal interaction and social acceptance comes from an interpersonal interaction with others. People can't move past the safety level without a sense of love and belonging and esteem to fully reach their full potential and self-actualization. So if you can think of it from that perspective, you can see the social and the communicative aspects of how Maslow's hierarchy of needs helps us reach one another, and how relationships serves as behavioral anchors for how we conduct ourselves within society. If you keep looking at the week 7 agenda, to kind of recap, we're reading chapters 12 and 13. We have 2 TED Talks. You have your critical assignment due on Sunday, and do not wait till the last minute. We have new submission ways for that, as well as discussion board 7 and our interpersonal observation report number 3. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. I pray you all have a blessed week, and I look forward to interacting with you.